EROM. Hmm, EROM. I like endurance of FN because EROM is a worker of Intel because nationally the EROM will manufacture the factory outlet based upon DFO because EROM is a warehouse of clues to Nithan, the instrument of Binnan, no, Lee. So in that way, Lee, the requestment in a form is to fracture the EROM in relation to just genes, Templar, different, beeline, and Sandra. So in the way you work in relation to Billy, how do you know that Billy is an Aussie in relation to Ben Cousin, to Rumpasum, the distilled skin of Iran in relation to Malay? But Buddhist Templar of Malay is a instra of Praila because Terakekan is just a Tatlan of Intan and borderline of Sossos. In Sossos, based upon select hygiene, what is a EROM of manufacturing degree of Bala Datsa Dongkong in relation to designing artificial intellectual pine of timber in relation to craftsmen. In that way, the relixic Dostan of distilled beton, we do not have the god of birth in relation to Muslim. How do they interact with the category of the pyramid timestamp in relation to wider it goes and inter it stays? And in that way, the conversion of no soul is a product of areas in relation to Biston and Transday because the Eron is a alkaline of Nene. In that way, the blue pie will convert the installment of Eron in relation to debt and sin. So, does the soul has a sin in relation to being completely dead and the body or topsom? Autopsom. So in the body of autopsom, how does Erom malay itself into the syntos argument and around the wealth of Butkas? Because the calm of down is sinking into Incan and Davla of Boko. The maturity of Detlef Ginson is a many Ankan of money, money, money in the rich man's world. So in Akon, the development of Rapsan is an Iran of Allah, and in that way, when you know how to sell the program, then you will subsidize the tax on in relation to agency and Chupotan of wealth god. But the wealth god has a career of Zakatan, Dututum, Bitete, Datata, and Tung Tung Tung. And in that way, if there is a reversity of the Incan system, then the form of Allah is the condition of Pathan, because the condition of Pathan is an icon of knowing how to achieve the spirit Indan, approx. But in that way, the dark sand of the dead soul has a particular 1 pt of colloquy in relation to sin. So in relation to sin, how do we know that the sin is not tossable in relation to Gokdan? So TAC in relation to Ka Asemonum. How do we know that accidentally the funeral has a point of dead soul? And in that way, your funeral fee is. I used to check your website when I wasn't working, and I used to talk to Elise Reservoir a fair bit. So in that way, Andrew Mickey, the selective funeral based upon your behe of fini, how do you divert the vision of knowing that the dead body is autopsy in relation to what point of dead is? So in that way, when someone has an accident, then they die straight away in the car, the assimilation of knowing that the value of insurance is